Welcome to another class. This was a request from someone on Instagram, I think. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name. That we should work on stronger backside or stronger spine. And I think in general, like the backside is very important. And what maybe you don't really realized until now is that it also is connected to the front somehow. So opening the front makes sense if you do it in a safe way. Making stronger glutes is important, so we will be maybe talking about that a little bit, doing that a little bit, because the low back overcompensates for weak glutes, for weak upper spine, upper muscles, and this is why we want to avoid actually to make the low back stronger. Like we want to maybe give it a rest and instead focus on those other parts of our body to work in collaboration, maybe with a little bit of low back strength. Okay, relax your shoulders, sit somewhere in a comfortable seated position. We'll just slow down because I don't know what you've been doing. I'm definitely a little bit, every time I have to shoot something, a little bit nervous. So it's always good to take maybe a moment. Closing your eyes always helps to settle and be with yourself for a little bit. Also listening to those very hidden and subtle signals that your body is emitting all the time. And try to relax your face, your eyes, allow the eyelids to be like more heavy, your shoulders relax down. But then try to grow from the sitting bones. So imagining they are a little bit harder, or not harder, a little bit heavier. And then imagine like something pulling from those sitting bones through your low, your mid and upper back and the back of your neck, so where your spine goes, although it's rather in the middle, but we are focusing on lengthening through that back side. Exhale everything, and then take a big inhale through your nose. And exhale maybe through the mouth. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Closing your lips and then continue with a bigger breath, deeper breath, directing it in towards your belly, but not just front back, but also to the sides of your belly, and then also to your side ribs without moving or affecting the shoulders. If you practice your Ujjayi breath, Ujjayi pranayama, go for it. You can start by constricting the back of your throat in a gentle way. Let's take 3 breaths together. Start from fully exhaling. Inhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 5, 4. Inhale for 5. Exhale 5, 4, 3. And last one. Inhale. And exhale. Okay. And continue breathing slowly. Blink your eyes open. We'll go into a tabletop. So come onto your knees and palms, placing the palms underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath your hips. And then just focus on using your fingertips, press them into the mat, maybe turning the index fingers forward. And let's do a few cat-cows, just focusing again on more the chest opening as you are inhaling in your cow tilt. So more pressing the chest forward as if you wanted to move it through your shoulders, in between the shoulders. And then as you exhale, we are going to squeeze the glutes to help our front of the hips to open as you press from the palms. So inhale, open. You can also imagine you want to slide the palms back. And exhale, press from your feet and start squeezing and opening this front hips. 2 more, inhale and exhale. 1, inhale, maybe even looking up, stretching your throat, and exhale. So you'll go for some kind of stabilizing exercises, and here it's really important for you to really listen and try to find where your body is. The right leg will come back, and in this position you're already using your backside to hold that leg, so it's mostly your glutes. But we want to find the stability, and I often was like nitpicking on different parts of the body. Lately I realized the only thing that you can imagine, or you can actually imagine just one thing, to really start all those stabilizing muscles, and that's, as we always say, find more length through the back body. So pressing forward through the top and back part of your head, as if you wanted to reach through that forward, and then reaching through your toes back. Maybe a little bit of front ribs in, but not like grounding the spine. It's just a support, allowing the belly to go out as you inhale, and maybe squeezing it slightly, very gently in as you exhale. You might notice also, as you're trying to reach back and forward, how much your glutes start to fire, and also your deep neck flexors, that are underrated muscles that support your neck and your head, start to bring your chin a little bit more up, and you might feel some kind of lengthening on the back of your neck and shoulders as you do this. Take 1 more breath in. Exhale, and if you want to bring more challenge to it, you can bring the weight towards the right hand and try to reach the left hand up. But then again, find that length through the top of the head also to fire up those neck supporters. Reach through your back toes, through your fingers. Take a breath in. Exhale. And then release the palm and the foot, the leg. Even using just your body weight might be enough sometimes. You can always add a little bit of weight on your ankles, on your wrist, if this is not enough for you. So left leg will come back, reaching it back, and then again trying to just reach, and then big belly breaths to allow your core to find that nice synchronization in between inhaling and lengthening, supporting and broadening everything, and exhaling, firming in. As in your exhale, you lose a little bit of volume in your upper body. So you want to Bring a little bit of squeeze maybe there, especially if you're doing something where you're trying to lift weight. It's important for that exhale to work for you as a support, but your inhale, it always supports you. And your belly should move out for the diaphragm to work, for your pelvic floor to work. If you want to go further, maybe you transfer the weight towards the left palm and bring the right arm over or up. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, stay firm from your ribs. One more breath in. And exhale, release the palm and the leg. Cat cow. Inhale to your cow tilt. Again, just reaches forward. And exhale, rounding. Then take the toes, lift the knees, lift the hips, downward facing dog. And just walk the palms all the way back. Inhale, halfway lift. Elongate again, try to find that length to the top of the head. And then exhale, folding, lifting the hips. Inhale. This is the very important part. So we will be actually imagining that we are lifting something, and we are doing that. We are lifting our upper body, and we will try to learn the proper mechanisms and muscle memory or gain the muscle memory to how to lift in order to straighten your backside. Or actually in this case, it's not just your spine and your back muscles, but it's a lot about your glutes. And bending the knees is important here, just so you actually use your glutes once you straighten up, instead of releasing the glutes and having the spine do all that and have actually a lot of load as you are lifting. So bending the knees slightly, or maybe even more, is essential to find that length and support. You can have your arms just hanging here. You can bring them to your hips. That will be less weight for your spine. If you want more weight, arms forward, or even actually grabbing something that is a little bit heavy. So inhale. This is how and why the halfway lift is important. Exhale, take one more fold. Relax your spine muscles. Let your spine to hang a little bit, and then bend those knees. Activate from the bottom of the feet, and then lift the chest as if you were doing that half lift, and then start standing, and then extend the hips and the knees as the last thing. Reach your arms up, take a little stretch here, and exhale, palms to your chest. Okay, we'll walk forward to the front of the mat and do something similar, but not really complicated. You do this stuff all the time. So bring the weight over to your right leg, and we will lift the left foot up. Same, but different. Inhale, you can bring your arms beside your body again, less weight, or even arms forward for more weight. And then exhale, try to hinge just in your hips. Don't forget that you can always micro bend that standing knee. So this is working only on one glutes at a time as you bend forward, since one leg is doing all the work, so it's much harder. Inhale, come up. You don't have to really go 90 degrees. So again, you can have your arms forward, and then as you bend, as you exhale, you can reach your arms over the head. And if this feels too much, you can always keep them beside you. Take a breath in, and then exhale, hinging forward, trying to find your balance. Balance is also a great way to strengthen your stabilizing muscles on your glutes, the gluteus medius, and also other muscles that work in coordination. Then extend the left leg all the way back for a variation of third warrior. And this is a very similar shape. So we do this all the time in yoga. And if we do it properly and we focus on that lengthening every time we get almost parallel towards the ground, we use the glutes, the lifted back leg, everything on the backside will become much stronger, and the stabilizers will fire. Again, arms forward, If you want more weight, take a breath in. And then exhale, reverse. The leg will come left leg along the right, and then straightening the spine or the hips, sorry, all the way up. Take a breath in. Exhale, release. I don't know if you see my arms, but it doesn't matter. Changing the legs, you can shake your right leg. Come to the left leg, and then hover your right foot a little bit. Decide what you're going to do with your arms. Take a breath in, bring your ribs in a little bit, lengthen, and exhale, hinging forward. For a little bit more awareness in your core, you can always use your palms and feel if your ribs are sticking out or if your low back is rounding, and then correct it in the way. Inhale, come all the way up to a straight position, Tadasana. And exhale, hinge forward. Reach forward to the top of the head, sending the sitting bones behind you. Then notice what your left foot is doing. Maybe try to bend the knee a little bit, and then push a little bit taller so your right hip doesn't sink down lower than the left. Take a breath in, and then exhale, right leg will go behind you to the third warrior. Lengthen, push back and forward, and then lift your right foot a little bit without back bending. Take a breath in, and then exhale if you want, arms over the head. One more, and then slowly return, legs come towards each other, and you straighten yourself up. And then release. Shake your right leg. And you can do these kind of things every time. You can implement it into your practice just to be more aware. Moving on to the right leg. Inhale. Exhale, hinge. Then bring the left leg back. Take a breath in. And exhale. Step back. Bring the left knee very slowly, carefully down onto the mat. Low lunge. Focus on your left glutes, pushing the hips a little bit down to open your front body. Reach your arms up. Inhale. And then exhale. You can keep your arms there. You can bring the palms to your chest and then lift the back knee. Activate from your legs. Squeeze them towards each other. Imagine you want to pull the right hip back, left hip more forward. Take a breath in. And then exhale, we'll lean forward. Another way to go into more tilted position for a little bit more weight being carried by our backside. Breathe in, and then exhale, palms down. Step the right foot back. Plank position, same thing. You are working from the front mostly here, but in order to fire it, you can imagine that you want to lengthen through the top of the head towards your heels. Breathe in. Exhale. You can go through down onto your belly through chaturanga, or even taking the knees down and then slowly lowering down as you bend your elbows. Few back bending kind of strengtheners where you're actually back bending, but they also make your spine, your backside stronger, are just cobra lifts. And we're going to focus on trying to neutralize the low back, and again doing just a little bit of squeeze using your glutes, having the legs active and pulling back will make more space at your low back, will allow it to go straighter since you are a little bit tilting the pelvis towards the back side. Arms can go beside your body or palms underneath the elbows. Inhale, lift the chest, the head, and then exhale, release down. Again, if you want to add more weight, your arms will go higher or even all the way forward. So fingertips behind your ears or arms even up towards the ceiling. Glutes are active. And then inhale, lift, and then send the chest forward, and exhale, forehead on the ground. For 5 more, inhale, lift, the legs are active, exhale, lower. For 4, inhale, exhale, release. For 3, we will hold, just so you are more aware. You can wiggle here more. You can release the shoulders. You can imagine your shoulder blades as they're on your upper back, wants to squeeze together, and you want to use them to push your chest forward. Inhale, lift a little bit higher. Exhale, lower down. For the last 2, we'll go inhaling, lifting, and then looking to the right side. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale, lift. Look to the left. And then release. Take a little break here. You can tuck your toes and move the hips side to side. You can bring the left side of your head on the ground. Big inhale, relax your hands. And exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. And then we'll go for the different kind of variation of locust pose with your palms underneath the hips. So you want to bring your hands all the way, as much together as possible, so you have them close, and I think that feels a little bit stronger in order to push against the ground. There will be a lot of low back involved in this position, but it's sometimes also good to do that. And this is a little bit something that we don't do very often, lifting the legs, and this is extremely hard. Some people are really good at it. I'm not. Palms either together, facing towards the ground, or some people prefer interlacing their fingers and having the palms pushing down through the thumbs. So choose your grip. You can go one hand at a time. Relax your forehead. Chin can be on the mat if that's uncomfortable. Mouth on the mat is also good. Feet together. Take an inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, lift the feet. And then hold for 3. Keep breathing. 2. And 1. And slowly, with control, release down, release the arms. Maybe looking to the other side, right ear on the mat. Take an inhale. Exhale. One more time. Exhale. We'll do that one more time. So work your hands, your arms underneath. And you want to really push from your palms and imagine that you want to shift the weight forward. So point your toes, inhale, and then exhale, lift the legs. Hold again for 3, for 2, lift a little bit higher, and 1, and carefully release. Arms next to your floating lowest ribs. Use your fingertips as you lift through tabletop or through reversed chaturanga into downward facing dog. Shake your head. Take your time here. You can bend one knee and then the other. And then find neutrality in your spine also in the down dog. So trying to really be sure that you're pushing from your arms again to find the length, to have the stabilizers muscles to work, and then bring your ribs a little bit in. You can bend your knees, stick your sitting bones more up, and try to keep that as you lower the heels towards the ground, maybe not touching. That's not really something that is like the only purpose, the only goal in yoga. Breathe in and out. Right leg will come up. Take a breath in. Exhale, knee to the nose. Step it forward. Release the left knee down. Reach your arms up. Inhale. Exhale, palms to your chest. Lean forward, lift the back knee. Lean, 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 lean. Try to keep bend in the right knee. Move even more so you're all the way above the right leg. Then lift the left leg. Find the length. And then exhale, press straight through your right leg. Inhale. Exhale, release the left leg down. Really make sure that you are not rounding the spine. Inhale, come up straight. Exhale, release. Second side. Inhale here. Any kind of variation of your arms. Exhale, hinging. Inhale, lift the right leg. Third warrior. Maybe arms above the head. Find the length. Exhale, stepping back. Right knee down. Inhale. Activate the legs, squeeze them towards each other from all the 4 directions, front, back, right, left. Exhale, you can lower the hips just to open. Stretch the right front hips, squeezing the right glutes. And again, if you want to find a little bit more of weight being bared by your spine, by your backside, you can lift the back knee up, lean forward, maybe arms over the head, and then just try to like reach as much high and towards like the corner where the wall and the ceiling connects. Take a breath in and then exhale, palms down, step back, inhale, exhale, chaturanga, all the way onto your belly. Inhale, this time lift in a locust pose. You can interlace the fingers already or arms beside you. Lift the palms, the chest, the feet. Take a breath in. Inhale. Exhale. Release. We'll go one more time. And I want you to experiment with what's happening in your neck. Since there are 2 options. One is to keep the neck in a stable position, but that means that there is more weight since it's leaning forward, it's like hanging out from your body. The second option is to lift the head, which those muscles might be overworked. So sometimes strengthening the deep neck flexors at the front, very deep, and that's why they are called deep neck flexors, might be better for you for the long run to eventually also be able to lift the head, but keeping everything working and stable. So arms, any kind of position, interlacing arms beside you. First reach, very, very tall. Take a breath in. Exhale, stay. We'll lift with an inhale. Lift, lift, lift. So either you are working on the lengthening through the top of the head and just notice what is the difference. Try to lift the face up away from the ground. And then you can try also lifting the head, maybe even looking all the way up. And then also realizing or noticing if you can breathe there. Relax your forehead wherever you are. And slowly with an exhale, release down. Press back, downward facing dog. You can always take a break in the child's pose if you wish. Deep inhale, allow the belly to go out and lengthen. Exhale. Firm the ribs in. Left leg will come up. Inhale. And exhale, knee to the chest. Move the leg more forward if you need to. Back foot more backwards. Right knee down. Inhale, strong legs again. Lift up. Reach up. Exhale, lower the hips. And we're going to lean forward, lifting the back knee, lean, 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 trying to keep the ribs in, but then lengthening, 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 moving forward over the left leg, lifting the right foot. Once you are there, hold, inhale, and then straighten the left knee. Exhale. Release the right leg beside the left, and then lift your upper body. Inhale, exhale, release. Good. And sit down again in a comfortable position. Relax your shoulders. Close your eyes. Take a really deep inhale. And then slow exhale. Let's do that one more time. Big inhale, feeling your whole trunk. Exhaling, slow. Slowly bring your eyes open. So these are all very simple things that you can just implement in every pose, not just these 3 poses that we did. It can be anything. Just notice if you are hanging a part of your body out, and then what direction it is. And if it's with the front body leaning down, then you are probably strengthening the back body. If it's the opposite, you need the strength in the front. And by just lengthening and like thinking about those deep neck muscles, then maybe about a little bit of a core, but also allowing the belly to work with that breath in coordination. And then thinking about your glutes in all the positions almost. Like, I don't think they're ever supposed to be relaxed, because you need them mostly in most of the cases. Also, the inner thighs are the things that work in your advantage in support for your hips. Also, they counter the external rotation of your hips if your glutes are overdoing that one part. And yeah, it's the muscles that are closer to the middle, so it's not about like the toes muscles, but those toes muscles also help to activate the whole chain. So maybe thinking about the toes, the fingers sometimes helps, even if you don't realize it. And that's it from me today. If you like to do a little bit of relaxation on your back, go for it. Do your Shavasana. Try not to skip it. And I hope you have a nice day. Thank you so much for practicing with me.